The abrupt suspension of USAID funding, orchestrated by Donald Trump, presents a significant setback for global humanitarian efforts and inadvertently strengthens China's geopolitical standing. The 90-day freeze, impacting approximately 40% of global foreign aid, has triggered widespread chaos. Employees find themselves locked out of offices, vital humanitarian supplies are decaying, and life-saving assistance has been abruptly halted. Development programs previously supported by USAID are facing catastrophic consequences, with escalating risks of famine, widespread death, and the rapid spread of disease. The implications extend far beyond immediate humanitarian concerns. This disruption represents a strategic blow to American soft power and a considerable boon to its chief rival. Trump's rationale involves merging the 60-year-old USAID into the State Department, ostensibly streamlining operations and aligning spending with his administration's priorities. However, analysts contend this restructuring undermines a crucial strategic objective: countering China's growing influence on the global stage. The sudden withdrawal of funding is described by many as a self-inflicted wound, gifting China a prime opportunity to expand its influence at a time when its own economy faces challenges. Professor Huang Yanzhang, a senior fellow for global health at the Council on Foreign Relations, aptly summarizes the situation. The U.S. is handing on a silver platter to China the perfect opportunity to expand its influence at a time when China's economy is not doing very. The ramifications are particularly acute in the Pacific region, where the U.S., Australia, and other allies have been actively working to counter China's strategic inroads through security agreements with strategically important, albeit small, island nations. The vacuum left by USAID's withdrawal is rapidly being filled by China's own aid initiatives. Melissa Conley-Tyler, Executive Director of the Asia-Pacific Development, Diplomacy and Defense Dialogue, confirms this observation, citing at least one instance where China aid has directly replaced the funding previously provided by USAID. This underscores a concerning trend: the strategic exploitation of a humanitarian crisis to further geopolitical ambitions. Ms. Tyler's concern transcends mere competition for influence. She highlights the inherent risks associated with China's approach to development aid. While acknowledging the positive role of any nation engaging in development assistance, she emphasizes the potential for negative consequences. She expresses deep apprehension about the corrosive impact of China's aid practices on good governance and accountability in recipient nations. The concern is not simply about the source of aid, but the potential for aid to undermine established norms of transparency and responsible governance, fostering corruption and hindering sustainable development. The seemingly altruistic act of providing aid is thus revealed as a potentially powerful tool for undermining political stability and promoting dependence. This situation underscores a critical strategic miscalculation. The Trump administration's decision, while seemingly focused on internal budgetary considerations and bureaucratic restructuring, inadvertently facilitated the expansion of Chinese influence. The consequences reach far beyond financial accounting. They have profound implications for global stability, the future of humanitarian aid, and the evolving geopolitical landscape. The abrupt suspension of USAID funding serves not only as a humanitarian catastrophe, but also as a case study in unintended consequences and the strategic vulnerabilities inherent in prioritizing short-term domestic priorities over long-term global engagement. The vacuum created by the withdrawal of American soft power is being rapidly filled by a rival with its own distinct agenda, potentially leading to long-term instability and the erosion of democracy. The full repercussions of this decision are likely to unfold over many years, with potentially devastating consequences for global security and development.